Vayikra Chapter 23, King David Version, written in Old English. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel and say to them, The Lord's appointed holy days, that you shall designate as holy occasions. These are my appointed holy days. For 6 days work may be performed, but on the 7th day it is a complete rest day, a holy occasion. You shall not perform any work. It is a Sabbath to the Lord in all your dwelling places. These are the Lord's appointed holy days, holy occasions, which you shall designate in their appointed time in the 1st month. On the 14th of the month, in the afternoon, ye shall sacrifice the Passover offering to the Lord. And on the 15th day of that month is the festival of unleavened cakes to the Lord. Ye shall eat unleavened cakes for a 7-day period. On the 1st day there shall be a holy occasion for you. Ye shall not perform any work of labor, and ye shall bring a fire offering to the Lord for a 7-day period. On the 7th day there shall be a holy occasion. Ye shall not perform any work of labor. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel and say to them, When you come to the land which I am giving you, and you reap its harvest, ye shall bring to the Kohen an omer of the beginning of your reaping, and he shall wave the omer before the Lord so that it will be acceptable for you. The Kohen shall wave it on the day after the rest day. And on the day of your waving the omer, ye shall offer up an unblemished lamb in its 1st year as a burnt offering to the Lord. Its meal offering shall be 2/10 of an ephah, a fine flour mixed with oil, a fire offering to the Lord as a spirit of satisfaction. And its libation shall be 1/4 of a hin of wine. Ye shall not eat bread or flour made from parched grain or fresh grain until this very day, until you bring your God's sacrifice. This is an eternal statute throughout your generations in all your dwelling places. And you shall count for yourselves, from the morrow of the rest day from the day you bring the omer, as a wave offering 7 weeks. They shall be complete. You shall count until the day after the 7th week, namely, the 50th day, on which you shall bring a new meal offering to the Lord. From your dwelling places you shall bring bread, set aside 2 loaves, made from 2/10 of an ephah. They shall be of fine flour, and they shall be baked leavened, the first offering to the Lord. And associated with the bread, ye shall bring 7 unblemished lambs in their 1st year, 1 young bull, and 2 rams. These shall be a burnt offering to the Lord, along with the meal offering and libations, a fire offering, with a spirit of satisfaction to the Lord. And you shall offer up 1 he-goat as a sin offering, and 2 lambs in their 1st year as a peace offering. And the Kohen shall wave them in conjunction with the first offering bread as a waving before the Lord, along with the 2 lambs. They shall be holy to the Lord, and belong to the Kohen. And ye shall designate on this very day a holy occasion it shall be for you. Ye shall not perform any work of labor. This is an eternal statute in all your dwelling places throughout your generations. When you reap the harvest of your land, ye shall not completely remove the corner of your field during your harvesting, and you shall not gather up the gleanings of your harvest. Rather, you shall leave these for the poor person and for the stranger. I am the Lord, your God. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, In the 7th month, on the 1st of the month, it shall be a Sabbath for you, a remembrance of Israel through the shofar blast, a holy occasion. You shall not perform any work of labor, and you shall offer up a fire offering to the Lord. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, But on the 10th of the 7th month, it is a day of atonement. It shall be a holy occasion for you. You shall afflict yourselves, and you shall offer up a fire offering to the Lord. You shall not perform any work on that very day, for it is a day of atonement, for you to gain atonement before the Lord, your God. For any person who will not be afflicted on that very day shall be cut off from his people. And any person who performs any work on that very day, I will destroy that person from amidst its people. You shall not perform any work. This is an eternal statute throughout your generations in all your dwelling places. It is a complete day of rest for you, and you shall afflict yourselves. On the 9th of the month in the evening, from evening to evening, you shall observe your rest day. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, On the 15th day of the 7th month is the festival of Succoth, a 7-day period to the Lord. On the 1st day, it is a holy occasion. You shall not perform any work of labor. For a 7-day period, you shall bring a fire offering to the Lord. On the 8th day, it shall be a holy occasion for you, and you shall bring a fire offering to the Lord. It is a day of detention. You shall not perform any work of labor. These are God's appointed holy days that you shall designate them as holy occasions, on which to offer up a fire offering to the Lord, burnt offering and meal offering, sacrifice and libations, the requirement of each day on its day, apart from the Lord's Sabbaths, and apart from your gifts, and apart from all your vows, and apart from all your donations that you give to the Lord. But on the 15th day of the 7th month, when you gather in the produce of the land, you shall celebrate the festival of the Lord for a 7-day period. The first day shall be a rest day, and the 8th day shall be a rest day. And you shall take for yourselves on the first day the fruit of the hayder tree, date palm fronds, a branch of a braided tree, and willows of the brook. And you shall rejoice before the Lord your God for a 7-day period. And you shall celebrate it as a festival to the Lord for 7 days in the year. It is an eternal statute throughout your generations that you celebrate it in the 7th month. For a 7-day period you shall live in booths. Every resident among the Israelites shall live in booths, in order that your ensuing generations should know that I had the children of Israel live in booths when I took them out of the land of Egypt. I am the Lord, your God. And Moses told the children of Israel these laws of the Lord's appointed holy days,